Majina naitwa Jeremia Mutisia, spokesperson wa family ya Muthungu. First, I would like to say we are in a deep sorrow for losing the 3 young boys. These were potential young boys who had a bright future, but somehow malicious people decided to cut their lives down. Tumekuja mortuary, the postmortems were done. We have gotten a very conclusive report, and we want to trust that justice will prevail for the 2 families. Tumekuwa pale na ile mambo tumeona, it is very evident that our boys were maimed, killed and burnt by malicious people. And therefore, as a family, because this matter is under investigation through the police officers, we want to leave it at that. And what we are praying is that we need justice for the families, because to lose such young lives, it is very traumatizing. For us as families, we have lost, but we leave it to God, because we know God is there and is the maker of life, and is as well is the taker of that life. And for the 3 boys, what I can say, may you rest in peace till we meet again. Thank you.
Report indicates that all the 3 boys were burnt to either level 3 or 4, and part of the causes of the death could be the extreme burning. The other cause, which we have been told, is that all of them were beaten, and the beating or the injuries were concentrating either on the head or the upper parts of their body, apart from Charles, who had an injury at the right side of his ankle of the leg, which shows that something else could have happened. But because the postmortem report is there and because the investigating officers are there, then they'll make some follow-ups. But at the same time, Stanley and Ken, their head were seriously injured by either blunt objects or by cuts which had or were there in their head, and this could also have caused the death. They also inhaled a lot of carbon from the burns, and this could also have caused what happened. Otherwise, they were seriously injured. At the same time, they were also burnt beyond the level which could give them survival. So those are the possible causes of their death. My name is Cosmas Chengo. I want to speak on behalf of the family of Charles Mutiso. And I want to start by extending pole to the family and also to the family of Ken and Stan, because this is something which happened which was not expected by any of the family members. I want to start by giving an advice to all of us. Should you find yourself in a situation where there is life to be lost, please, before you participate in the loss of the family, ensure that you find the right information, and at the same time, it is also important that you don't take law into your hands, because our belief is that at this particular point, when these boys lost their lives, some people took law into their hands, which we seriously condemn it, and we are asking for justice as family members. At the same time, I also want to say that we are here so that a postmortem can be done for the 3 boys who lost their life. Postmortem has been done. We want to appreciate the doctor and all the people who have been here for standing with the 2 families. And because the postmortem report is there and we have the investigating officers, as family members, we are only asking that throughout this process, let fairness be seen to be done. Let justice be placed on table, because this is the only thing we can ask for, because we all have a right to live, and a right to live well, and a right to protect each other, which is very, very important as members.
So as you wait and pursue for justice, what has the...
If these are people who had lives whom the parents and every other person would rely on. Their history is known. Anybody who would claim that they had participated in an act which was not right, then can bring the information. Because we have the history on how they have lived. And these are people who have lived within Machakos town since when they were young and when they were schooling.
How did you get this information?
It is alleged that these boys were killed and burnt because they were thugs. And according to the family members, that is not the right information. We want to request that the right information is put and it is known to everybody, because these boys are known not to have been thugs, even though the report which went round after they were burnt is that it is thugs or thieves who were stoned and then burnt and they died. So we want that information to go in the record, and then it is put right in the right way.
My name is Connie Mutiso. I'm a teacher. I'm a mother to Charles Mutiso. It's very unfortunate that I came with Charles from Kiambu, where I work. I came with him on Saturday, 6 p.m. He left to watch a ball and he never came back. I've been staying with him in Kiambu for all that time. He's my son. I know he's not a thug and he's innocent. What I demand is, I demand justice for these boys, nothing else. The people who are carrying this investigation, we need less. What we need is justice for the 3 boys. We are neighbors, just neighbors. They have been born in this Machakos. They went to school to Machakos. They have grown together. Why would they be killed? We need answers. That is all what I can say. As a mother, it is painful. We are bleeding as you see us here. I've known Kennedy, I've known Stanley for many years. They were fighting for one another. And that is why they went together. We are his government. We need justice for our sons. That is all what I request. And that is my demand.
Yes, good evening, members of press and family. Yes, my name is Musyoki Mutava, an advocate for the family. Today we are here to witness the postmortem of our 3 sons. And I would wish to start by a quote that you should be very careful when you hear someone making noise or wailing so much. Sometimes they might seem to be the ones who are being hurt, but at the end of the day, they are the ones who are hurting people. And this is the classic scenario we have here. And I would say, nobody has a right to take another person's life. No matter the circumstance, no matter the scenario. Even our Constitution has outlawed the taking of lives of other persons. Even God himself never took the life of Satan, despite them having differences. So what we are seeking is justice for our sons, and we shall ensure that no stone will be left unturned until we get justice for Stanley, until we get justice for Charlie, until we get justice for Ken. And for avoidance of doubt, and for the media, we need you to be very discreet when you are reporting these issues. It is extremely unfair publishing unverified information. The information which has been published and also which was passed through several media houses was that our sons, my clients, the deceased were thugs. That is not the true position. And we highly condemn the media, even when you are recording this. We highly condemn you for publishing unverified reports. We kindly request before you publish any report, because now, in as much as these young boys are now deceased, they still have their dignity. We should uphold their dignity until even after death. And that is why we are seeking that the media do report verified information, so that we avoid all this backlash. And we would seek members of public who have information of what really transpired, because we are now dealing with hearsay. We kindly request all the persons who have information regarding what transpired on that material day to come forward and record statements. They can see the members of the family, they can contact me, so that we can at least, on the bare minimum, give justice to the family. Whatever we have witnessed here, have been here since the postmortem process began. These boys were killed. These boys, at the point of their death, they were of good health. They died out of injuries which were caused by some crooks. And that's why we are saying, before you take action which might lead to death of another person, kindly follow the law. We highly condemn the border riders in Machakos. They can come, those who are clean can come forward, we verify them. But we highly condemn their actions. When they found this sin, they should have properly interrogated the same. But what they did, they swung into action and took life of 3 young men, 22 years, 25 years, 29 years. They are at their peak of their lives. They are at their high levels of their energies. They should be here doing something to the family. That's why we are saying, basically, the basic and the bare minimum we are seeking from the investigative officers, all the persons involved in this exercise, they should not only seem to serve justice to the family, they should deliver justice to the family. Thank you.
These boys had gone to watch a football match in the evening of Saturday. Then after the football match, they had their time, and while walking home, then they met the unlikely incident which meant them lose their life around the roundabout. We normally call it within Machakos, the light point, where we have the old Naivas. That is the point where they lost their life. And they lost their life through beating and burning.
Upon the arraignment of the main perpetrator, that is Christopher, he has been arraigned today by the police when they are seeking for extension of their detention days. That is, they were seeking for 21 days to detain the accused person. The court has granted the police and the investigating authorities 21 days. The accused person will be detained at Machakos police station pending investigations. We shall still reiterate that the investigations will be thorough. We still continue to condemn the heinous murder of these young men, and we call upon all rogue border operators in Machakos town. We are putting you on notice.
Yes.
This will, by the time we are done with this matter, it will serve as a lesson to those who take action upon themselves. Life is sacred, and no one has a right to take that life. And as a civilian, you have no right to take life of another person. If you are aggrieved by what they have done to you, there are systems in place to ensure justice is served. We pray for justice for Charlie, for justice for Kennedy, for justice for Stanley. That's all we are demanding. And in 21 days we shall be back here and to know the progress of the investigations.
And the CCTV footage is yet to be retrieved and taken to DCI for forensic analysis. The mobile phone is yet to be analyzed. The mobile phone of the respondent is yet to be analyzed. And the postmortem has not yet been conducted. We are apprehensive that in the event that is to be released, since it does not have a fixed abode in Machakos, it might be difficult to apprehend.
Uhusiano na kesi ya huyu mtoto, tafadhali tukanyage nje. Kama uhusiani na mke June, sorry, 29. Kesi itakuwa tarehe 29 sasa utakaa rumande pale Machakos police station.
Alikuwa na more injuries for the upper body yake. Chali yako na injury kwa mkono nini, alikuja kuwekwa saa yenye because he was trying to escape. Ile wanazima gari procedure kuja don't even interrogate. Yeah, that's where now we don't want to go for that detail, for that.
So 21 days, what can you put?
You can also find it. That's also the Charlie alikuwa tunaona
Good. Need a cafe.
The brown guy.
You need to tell me Lililikane.
You are busy.
Because that is if there is no progress, we start
Who are